Hey guys, welcome back. So this is the glycine combat sub. You guys know I have this in the collection. Just put it back on the other day and it's still chipping away, man. This thing is running real good, keeping very good time. I'm still very happy with this watch. So this is just a mini little update. And what I wanted to do was break it open, look inside them, look at the actual movement. It has a 2824 ETA movement in it. I'm just curious to see if it's, rotor signed or any of that kind of stuff, just to see how it looks. More than likely for, the price point of this watch, it probably doesn't have any decoration at all. Probably a very basic ETA movement. One thing that I can say though is it's very basic, but they did take the time to regulate it, that's what's most important to me, honestly. So let's take this thing apart. Let's see. I've got this little towel here so I don't destroy anything. Let me open the case up here. This is kind of funky to do. I've never really done this on the camera, but we'll do it anyway, just to see. It's so funny. I've had a lot of watches open before, and I early on, before I had my YouTube channel, I had a Rolex. So I've had a bunch of Rolex Submariners, 14060M, and I had one of those, and then I had like three 16610s. You can probably see them if you go back. You'll see them earlier on. But I remember taking one apart, and I took the dial and movement out as one unit, and it was just a pain in the ass to put it back perfect. I don't even know how I did that. I had to take it to my jeweler to put it all back together. It was an older model, but I did that because somebody had it open before, and there was some lint or something in there that was irritating me. But anyway, long story. But so if you're doing any of your, if you're doing any watchmaking at home and you have no idea what you're doing, it's probably best not to, but whatever. Yeah, so there we go. You've got the case back, the inside of it. There's the O-ring there. It's not marked, doesn't have shit on it, but whatever, no big deal. I don't really expect a whole lot with this because I didn't spend a whole lot on this watch. But yeah, you know what? It has no markings, no signed rotor, just your basic 2824. And let's see, there's the ETA. You can see that where that balance spring is and all that. You could see the ETA sign. Let's see if we could pick that up. Maybe we can see the actual numbers. I don't know if we can or not. I'm trying to zoom, but I'm having a hard time. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It says it right over there, 2824, and this says ETA. Looks like that says V8AT16, whatever that means. I don't know. But there's the movement. So this is your basic 2824. This is probably this is just your basic drop-in. I don't know if they even do much of anything to it, to be honest. They do regulate it though. And this has been a very reliable movement. Like I said, oh, there it is. You can see it better, 2824-2. You can kind of see that right there. But been very reliable. No issues. And for what I paid for this thing, it's like a $400 watch. And shit, you're getting a whole lot of watch for the money. So, and this is the same movement they put in the, all the Tudors. They use the old variants of it back in the old Tudor Submariners. So, if Rolex is going to use this movement, if Breitling, this is the Breitling movement in their regular dive watches. I'm not sure what they call it. I don't know if it's the Breitling 13. Actually, the 13 I think is their chronograph, which is a 7750 ETA. But a lot of brands use this. Actually, most, just because it just works all the time. It's a workhorse. Omega Seamaster, they use the 2892, I believe, or 20, something like that. But it's not this. It's not the 2824. And I believe theirs is just a little more refined, the movement they use. But honestly, this one is probably better. I don't know, the 2824. That's why everybody uses it. So it's funny, you'll see this movement in like a Swiss Army watch, like Victorinox or something like that. You'll see it in a model like that. You'll see it in Tissot. You'll see it in, all those entry-level brands. You'll see it in like Fortis, Glycine. You'll see it in all those entry to mid brands, and even Oris, but Oris doesn't use it anymore. I believe they're using Stilita, which is was just pretty much a clone of this. And then you'll see this in all the way on up to Breitling, not Omega, Tudor. There's a bunch of brands. I think some real high-end brands have even used this movement too. So anyway, there you have it, guys. I don't know why the lighting is getting like this. This is weird, but whatever. So anyway, there you have it. So let's case this back up real quick. And so, for the money, if I can find another one of these, I would buy another one. Of course, different dial or hands or something. But I've been happy with this watch. I really have. It's a good case design. It's got nice. Everything about it. In my opinion, I like the hands. Keeps excellent time. The only thing there's one downside to this watch. The loom sucks. That's it. It just does. The loom just sucks. I like how thin this is, though. The case is super thin, and I like this crown, giant crown on it. It's not 120 click. It's 60, but it's got good action, and it lines up fairly nice. Let's test out this loom real quick. Let's see. Let's get the light on this bad boy here. Let's test out the loom. Yeah, I was looking at this loom last night, and it hardly lasted. It was like, I don't know, went out real quick. But let's see, watch. Okay, so there's the loom. Let me shut the light off real quick here. So there's the loom. So now let's see if this will focus. Let's go, come on, focus. Oh, maybe that's as good as it's gonna get. But anyway, the hour, minute, and second hand, that'll keep glowing. But the hour markers, you can already tell they're starting to fade. So that's the real downside of this watch. The other dials on these watches that have the actual numbers, I believe that has better loom. But the reason why I bought this one is because I just like the hands on this. I like how it has the inner 24-hour markers on it too, which was kind of cool. So I don't know, but it's not bad. It'll work. It does work, but it's not screaming crazy ass loom like you'd see on a Seiko or Orient or an Omega or a Rolex or anything like that. In fact, if you look at this, I didn't even charge this up. This is my Orient, which I was going to do a video on as well real quick. But look at that. This is the Orient Ray, and this thing wasn't even charged. It just got the light here in the room, and it's working. Look at that. Now watch. I'll charge this up, and this will be super bright. Look at that. This thing will go pretty much all night. That's got great lume. This is right up there with Seiko lume, if not the same. It's probably the same. It is probably the same lume, but anyway. So that's pretty much it. So thank you guys. Please like, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.